PAX's fourth and final day was a bit quieter and calmer than Saturday, which just made it easier to fill our day with games. Our first visit was to the Mythic Protocol Riftstorm booth. Riftstorm is a multiplayer co-op top-down action looter shooter whose plot asks questions like, what if World War I ended due to a greater cosmic threat? The Mythic Protocol team wants to build a wider IP that supports community collaboration. Their very interesting long-term goals include animated comics and a portal where fans can submit monsters that could actually end up in the game. Next, we played River Tales at the Gravity Games booth. A cute couch co-op game for 2 players, you and your partner guide a fish and a cat through a series of quick and satisfying puzzles. One to keep an eye on if you've enjoyed similar titles like It Takes Two. The same booth also had Alterium Shift, a fun JRPG with a pop-up book look. The game doesn't hold your hand and experiments with new mechanics within an old-school framework reminiscent of SNES-era JRPGs. Different Tales was showing off Havendock, a colony sim by solo dev YYZ. It's got an impressive amount of content for a one-man project, and the hook, that you're stranded in the ocean, is a clever one. With quirky humor and an extensive tech tree, Havendock already has a lot to offer, and YYZ has ambitious plans for the game's future. Next we tried 30XX, a side-scrolling Mega Man-inspired platform which improves and expands upon its predecessor, 20XX. While the co-op and expanded power sets are really fun, the true glory comes from the Mario Maker-esque level editor, which is incredible. Focus Entertainment has a ton of cool games, so it was a popular booth and one we only checked out a couple of titles at. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun is a first-person Doom clone that really makes you feel like a space marine. Not only is it bloody and visceral, giving you an arsenal of powerful weaponry, but it also highlights the speed, strength, and terror of a space marine. Atlas Fallen is an action RPG from Deck 13, creators of Lords of the Fallen and The Surge. With fast-paced, momentum-focused gameplay and a beautiful world to explore, we're very excited for this one's May 16th release date. The whole Game Banshee team friendly fired the heck out of each other in Blackout Protocol. A tight, challenging, top-down cooperative action roguelike, you've got to build a strong team and watch your fields of fire. Careful positioning is required to survive the game's vicious enemies, which react not only to your bullets, but also to light and sound. Goodbye Volcano High is an emotional, smartly written visual novel, but that term doesn't do it justice. In it, you play as an anthropomorphized teenage dinosaur with grand musical ambitions, in the last school year before the meteor hits and wipes out everything you know. Between its art style, music, and premise, Goodbye Volcano High stands out in the genre. Moonlight Pulse is a Metroidvania platformer where you play as several animals with different powers, movement, and attacks. You have to traverse the innards of a living planet in order to save it from deadly parasites, all while learning the power of teamwork. Some of you Newgrounds kids might recognize Alien Hominid Invasion, the latest take on the Alien Hominid formula. Boasting more content, dynamic co-op, and increased chaos, this arcade platformer is a perfect take on the classic formula. That wraps up our time at PAX East. We hope you enjoyed our coverage. If you've got a question about any of the games we tried over the last 4 days, drop us a line in the comments and we'll do our best to answer it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.